Hello, 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 and welcome to the Journey to Destiny. Listen, thank you for joining me on this journey. It is a journey of nonstop growth, a journey of healing, a journey of growth and empowerment, and just being a better you, so that you can be better to the people around you. So if this is your first time here, thank you for joining me. If you are returning, I thank you for staying connected to our journey. Give us some feedback. Let us know what you think. Let me know if it's something that I say that empowers you or inspires you, so that we can all continue to grow. So today, I just wanted to share a PSA. Very simple. Um, Deal with your stuff. Deal with your stuff. Um, a few years ago, well, no, a long time ago, probably 20 years ago, I purchased my first house. And when I bought my house, I bought it from a family who had previously owned the house. It was a couple, and they were the original owners of the house. The wife had recently passed away. She was 93 years old, I believe they told me. Her husband had died years prior, and they were the original owners of this house. So I say that to say that when I bought the house, it had all the original bones to the house. Like, most of the stuff in the house was in its original condition. We had the original electric, original plumbing, original foundation. They didn't make a lot of improvements. Things were in a good condition, but it was all of the original things. So I made some improvements in the house that were necessary. I upgraded some things that were necessary. But then there were some other things that I wanted to do just because it was not aesthetically pleasing to me, if I can be honest. So I wanted to replace this bathtub. Like, I can deal with the bathroom, but I wanted to replace the bathtub. It was this blue, baby blue, cast iron bathtub that I had in my bathroom. So I called this plumber out. And when the plumber came out, he looked around in the bathroom, and he looked in my bedroom, and he went downstairs and he looked in the dining room, and he gave me an estimate. But what he said was, we can replace your bathtub, but it only makes sense for us to replace the plumbing because you have these old galvanized pipes. And he said, if we replace the bathtub and then something happens, then you're going to have more damage that is going to cause from just replacing the bathtub than the original investment that it would take to replace all of the plumbing. But if you know how they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. He said, if you don't really want to make the investment, you don't have to make the investment. Nothing is wrong right now. So I opted out of getting the bathtub, right? I was like, I'll just have to deal with this for a little while longer. And I looked at, how I can paint the tub and how I can do all of these things to kind of cover up what it is that I didn't like about it, that wasn't aesthetically pleasing. And I say that to say, that's how a lot of us do in our life, right? We have things that are not aesthetically pleasing, and we can put on some nice clothes, and we can get our hair done, and we can put on some makeup. And us women, we get some lashes and some makeup and put on some lipstick and go out and kill the game. And no one will know the things that we're dealing with, or the things that we have not dealt with that were deep down on the inside. So every now and then, I have this issue with my bathtub. And I have to call a plumber out because it starts to drain slow, and sometimes it'll back up, because the thing about galvanized pipes that I learned is that it is corrosion within the pipe. And over time, the corrosion in a pipe, it's a buildup in the pipe. And it starts to trap all of the stuff that's going down the drain. So like, if you wash your hair is getting trapped in a pipe. If you're taking a shower, soap and soap scum and all of these other things are getting trapped in this pipe, because the pipe is already not clear. It has a buildup of all this corrosion that is within the pipe, that is not allowing the things to be processed or pushed out, that no longer serves the plumbing in the house. And I thought that was key when I was thinking about this reflection today, because many of us, we don't deal with our stuff. And what happens is, we're going on in life and we're trying to cover up, or we're trying to put makeup on, or we're trying to put fancy clothes on, or we're trying to over accessorize, and we're trying to be very extravagant in nature without dealing with the insecurity, without dealing with the heartache, without dealing with the unforgiveness, without dealing with the pain, without dealing with the loss, without dealing with all of these things that we keep suppressing until it starts to back up and become exposed. And that's what happens in the bathtub. Like, over time, it starts to back up and it'll drain slow. And sometimes it like backs up to the point where all of a sudden it seems like, but it's really not all of a sudden. It's like all this nasty, gooky stuff that is coming from the pipe and is now coming out into the bathtub and it's being exposed. And that's why I wanted to share that PSA with you today. Deal with your stuff, because the same thing happens in our life. Like, you don't deal with the things that you need to deal so that God can use you to your fullest capacity, not so that God can use you, because God is already using us. He's already using me. He's already using you. But so that he can use you to your fullest capacity, you don't deal with those core things that are blocking you from your full potential and your purpose. And what happens is that eventually it is all going to come up and it is going to be exposed. And it's going to be exposed in all of its nastiness. It's going to be exposed in all of its just unsightliness. Like, it is going to now not only affect you, but it is going to affect the atmosphere or the environment for which you need to continue with your day-to-day life. Like, when my bathtub backs up, I can't take a shower because I didn't deal with the core of what was important, which is replacing something that took an investment that I did not feel was necessary for me to invest in that moment. Deal with your stuff. Deal with the stuff so God can use you. Deal with your stuff so that you can be a blessing to other people. Deal with your stuff so that you are not causing collateral damage to everything that is around you. Deal with your stuff so that you can reap the benefit of who God created you to be. Because there's going to come a time when all of those little things are going to build up and build up and build up. And then they're just going to be exposed and revealed in all of its nastiness that it is. So I want you to prosper. I want to prosper. I'm on this journey to nonstop growth and healing and becoming everything that God created me to be. And I want the same for you. Whoever tuned in, you may have just clicked on this button and don't even know why, but I want you to be able to operate in your full self, knowing your full worth, knowing your full value, and understanding that even though things you may have encountered in your life, even though you may have encountered things, you may have experienced things, even though things may not have been ideal your entire life, God can use your entire life. But in order to do that, we have to make the investment to deal with those things that are unsightly so that they are not exposed in a manner in which is devastating to you, and not only you, but all of the things that are around you. So I hope that message blessed you. Thank you again for joining our journey. Make sure that you like us, comment, share, find us on social media at The Journey to Destiny. You can also visit our page at thejourneytodestiny.com if you want to send us a message, if you want some prayer. I'm willing to share and all of those things with you. Thanks, beautiful people. Have a great day. Bye.